I just feel like I should make this video to talk about my current feelings for Doom so far. It's just that I've been reading or hearing other people's responses, and it seems like there's definitely been a change in how they feel about the game. The E3 info was totally nice, and there was a lot of potential too, like how multiplayer was going back to that arena shooter roots, and how Doom's single player really showed off a lot of that old school element to it, but it did have some twists here and there. Then you had Snap Map, which was a big surprise for me, and I really want to hear more of it in the future. But Quakecon definitely disappointed a decent amount of people, since the multiplayer does have a strong modern feel to it, like 2 weapons only or loadouts, and I guess that was something that people didn't really expected. The game, also didn't support esports, and it has a lack of co-op system in the main campaign. These things have been definitely hurting the game's reputation so far. So I thought I would briefly talk about them and see if you guys really think I'm losing confidence in the game, or maybe I'm still feeling good about the game, like how E3 left me feeling. So right off the bat, I still feel pretty good about the game. I'm not going to lie, it does seem kind of weird that multiplayer only allows you to carry only 2 weapons, and the lack of strafe jumping or any movement system is definitely a turn off. Not only that, I also heard that they got rid of rocket jumping too, so yeah, these kinds of news is something I definitely don't want to hear, but I still have a lot of interest in it, since it did say this amount of information is very little to the full multiplayer experience. The screenshots, at least the new ones from Quakecon, they looked good, and I still feel like the single player is by far the strongest portion from what we've seen so far from Doom. The only thing that really concerns me, or at least something that I'm not too excited for, was the linearity of the levels that we saw. But at the same time, you could say that it was blazing through the levels just to show off the action of the game, and it even confirmed that there will be wider maps with more emphasis on exploration and so on. So the campaign seems to be in really good hands, while multiplayer is definitely mixed for me. I am not too surprised about the lack of co-op in the campaign aspect of Doom, but to be honest, I always feel like co-op in general for like Doom has always been kind of added like a bonus factor, at least for co-op campaign experiences, since I really do feel like the best way to play a Doom campaign is to really play by yourself. But at the same time, co-op isn't completely removed, since Snap Map still features co-op, and yeah, there's going to be stuff like Horde mode in it. I really felt strongly that esports support was not going to happen for Doom, and I was right. It's Doom, man. Doom isn't really Quake on the whole importance of esport and being like a representation of it. I feel like games should be more designed like what a game should be designed for. For example, a lot of the esport titles weren't designed for esport in mind. They just had the mechanics that worked for that kind of stuff. I understand a lot of people want arena shooters to be back in the esport world, since it used to dominate until the MOBAs came around, but I'd rather wait for a new Quake game to do that. So basically, I still feel good about the game. Yeah, the stuff I'm hearing from the multiplayer side is questionable, but I want to give the game a shot before I tried saying something or making a conclusion. I mean, it's been since 2011 or 12, and it hasn't really made any huge announcement, and being such a hardcore fan, it's nice to see them progressing so far. I'm not going to lie, it seems like in this day and age, if you're an id Software fan, there will be moments where you get good news and then you'll get bullshit, like the Rage pre-order bonus, or how id tried to be anti-used copy at that time. Right now, it's the exclusive alpha. Like, man, I better get in it, because I don't normally pre-order games, and TNO was really my first pre-order game I've ever, done. And I hope that pre-order was worth it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait till next year to play the beta. So that's really all I gotta say for this video. I'm still pumped for the game, and I'm really looking forward to hearing more news whenever it is ready to show them.